Tenang pusing, silang beli teams from their dressing rooms. We welcome you to the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama, where the destination of this year's Women's League Division 1 title is going down to the final match day today, and no better place than at the Theatre of Entertainment here at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama, where leaders Berewuleng would be facing off second place occupants TMT in one of the battlegrounds to grab the title, and in another battleground at the Usman Saho football field in Olyundum is another title chase between the third place Red Scorpions against the Please. The stakes are much higher here at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, where first will be facing off against second, Berewuleng against TMT, and that will tell us the destination of this year's Women's League Division 1 coveted trophy in the Gambia Football Federation's domestic competition, Women's Division 1. If you are just joining us, we welcome you to the we welcome you to the Boxbar Mini Stadium here in Brikama, where we are just about to witness the start of proceedings as the two teams are emerging out from their dugout. Berewuleng against TMT, and at the Osman Sao football field in Olyundum is perennial winners Red Scorpions to take on the Please. Now suppose Berewuleng and TMT draw out here and Red Scorpions edge out Please at the Osman Sao football field in Olyundum. There is automatically going to be Red Scorpions to be crowned as winners of this year's Women's League. Our officials, dignitaries, Women's Football Committee member Ibrahim Sisi, Senior Women's Football Coordinator Philomena Jata, Women's Football Committee member Olimatu Baji, Hadiba and Fatundao. These are some of the officials, high-ranking football personalities expected to grace tonight's final match day between Berewuleng and TMT. Berewuleng are on 43 points, TMT on 42 points, and Red Scorpions on 41. Who will be taking us through for the pre-match formalities and also the coronation ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, again welcome to the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, where we welcome everybody for the league final games for the women, DFF First Division League. It has been an exciting March games for this season to the final day, as we witness here, TMT and Berewuleng Football Club here at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Like my boss said earlier on, there is another important game at the late Usman Saho football field between the Red Scorpions. They are the defending champions. They won last season. This season is going all the way to the finals. Team pictures, and we are seeing formalities from the starting 11 to the rest of the team as they get set for the battle. And of course we have our panel of referees as well, which we will be introducing later on. Of course, the who has been doing a fantastic job. Berewuleng. From the late Usman Saho field. We now await the central referee Isa to get set as we witness one of the most important games of its Women's League season game. We have fans all over to support their respective teams. Berewuleng. I know you will all agree with me that it has been a super exciting for the league, and we will hopefully see the title, who will go home with the league prize, medals, and a giant trophy. I'm joined by my boss, Ahmed Oba.
Hello, a warm welcome to the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and wherever you might be getting our voices and signals, of course, welcome to the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And of course, it's title decider between Berewuleng Football Club and TMT, and the ground is set for this huge class. Berewuleng dressed in their colorful black and red shirts, black shorts and red socks under the guidance of head coach Fakeba Sen, and on the other dog is Mohamed Sanyang of TMT, who is having the assistance of Adama Sonko, and the ground is set and all set for the Box Bar Mini Stadium for this huge class. Of course, the winner in this contest will be crowned champions and champions of 2024-25 GFF Women's Division 1. Is it going to be Berewuleng or TMT? TMT, or is it going to be Red Scorpions? Remains to be seen. A victory for Berewuleng Football Club will surely crown Faki Basin and his girls champions of 2025, whilst a victory for Coach Mohamed Sanyang and his girls will also crown TMT 2025 champions. But a draw here and a victory, Red Scorpions will surely get the trophy to Red Scorpions Football Club. Of course, the champions are also playing at the late Osman Saha football field, but the huge class is currently at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama is of course the ground, and the ground is set for this huge class. Berewuleng in their colorful black and red socks, black socks and red socks, whilst TMT in their colorful white and green socks, green socks and white and green socks. And the central referee is Aisha Ture. ABC says the first assistant referee, Yenaba Mane, and Fatung Gom is currently serving as the fourth assistant referee. Of course, from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1 Parliament Fati, Kemu Kanyi, Seksidat Kujabi and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. And before going deep into the commentary, a quick rundown on the starting 11 for Berewuleng, the home side. Of course, starting with Diminga Mendy in goal as usual. Maria Masise, Rebecca Mendy, Kadi Sanyang Murida Cafe, Abi Mari Sambu, Khadija Drame, Kumba Kasama, team captain Manfanta Drame, Elen Gomez, Sarah Jaju, completing the 11, and of course Sarah Jaju is leading the line and she is currently on 17 goals. And on the other side, TMT under the guidance of Mohamed Sanyang, having the assistance of Adama Sonko, is starting with Amo Marina in goal, Kinte F Sanyang, Nafisatu M Koli, Hena Ba, Fatu Fati, Kadi Jalo, Lize Ko, Diminga Mane, Silvina Ko, Awake Dabo, and Fatu or Aisatu Boaro completing the 11 for the girls in white and green. And currently TMT is now playing from our right to left, from our commentary cabin or from the police line end of the Box Bar Mini Stadium towards the Democracy end, whilst the Brikama base club under the guidance of Faki Base and Berewuleng is playing from the Democracy end of the Box Bar Mini Stadium towards the police line. And Kemo Kanyi, the ground is set and already set for the seal class, and already we have played a few minutes into this contest. The score is currently 0-0. Berewuleng up against TMT. Victory for Berewuleng. Berewuleng will be crowned champions. Victory for TMT. TMT will be crowned champions. And a draw here and a victory for Red Scorpions will surely see Red Scorpions reclaiming the crown as champions of 2025 GFF Women's Division 1.
Yes, very well, Pa. It is going to be a very, very difficult game for either of the sides, because both sides knows very well if they are able to win this particular game, of course they will be crowned champions of GFF Women's Division 1, and perhaps for the first time in the history of both clubs here in Berewuleng and that of the TMT side. So while that of Red Scorpion, they have been perennial winners since they start since they have found themselves in the first division, and then again they are still fighting against these two sides here for the trophy, because I mean they are separated on 2 points from Berewuleng, while TMT, the point difference between them and TMT is only 1 point. So with a win here, of course, that will give an automatic, trophy to either of the sides here that is able to win this particular contest between Bere and that of the TMT side. While that of Red Scorpion, if there is a draw here and Red Scorpion manages to win against the police at the late Usman Saha football ground, they will also be emerged as champions again for this GFF Division 1. So it is going to be a very, very difficult game, as one will expect. And then of course this is going to be that game that everyone will love to watch, especially those that are fans of women football in the Gambia. And then this is why you have seen so many people are coming in to watch these two sides play, especially those that are living around Brikama here, will also try to make their way here to making so they rally very well behind Berewuleng Football Club, so that the West Coast as well, and also Brikama can win Women Division 1 for perhaps the first time. So but it's going to be a very, very difficult game for both sides, mentality wise, and also their game plans also will make the game very, very difficult for either of the sides to win.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, and later on we will hand the mic to Seksidat Kujabi for some analysis. But before that, team captain Kadi Jalo is currently on the ball for TMT. Khalif floats that ball to the half of Berewuleng, ball being cleared partly around the 18. This time around, strikes comes in. Never troubled the custodian Diminga Mendy in goal. And TMT dressed in white and green. playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, whilst the Brikama Base Club Berewuleng playing from our left to right. Goalkeeper to Kadi Sanyang. Berewuleng Football Club currently leading the table on 43 points, followed by TMT second with 42. Just a point separating the two. Red Scorpions on third with 41. Of course, 2 points between Red Scorpions and Berewuleng. Just a point between Red Scorpions and TMT, and also a point between TMT and Berewuleng Football Club. Berewuleng currently having their destiny in their own hands. The victory for the Brikama Bees Club will surely crown them for the very first time the GFF Women's Division 1 champions. For the very first time under the guidance of Koja Fake Basen, and you could hear the chants and claps on the other end. And of course, it is all coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin as usual. Parliament Fati Kimukanye, Sidat Kuchabi, and behind camera operations for LSTV is Osman Kamara. Lively contest, of course, great atmosphere. Sidat Kuchabi, welcome to the Box Bar Mini Stadium. There were a lot of talks in and around this fixture, of course, at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and we are already at the theatre. As currently Berewuleng taking on a TMT in the title decider. Winner in this contest will surely be crowned. Without a winner, this will surely give chance to Red Scorpions to emerge as champions once again.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. To our listeners, we said welcome to the theatre of entertainment. Like you rightly mentioned, this is a very, very big day for women football in the Gambia in general. We have not seen such competitive league in the top tier of the women's division for the past years. That was this year is a different cake, wherein we have seen the champions who have been dominating women football for the past 3 good seasons definitely put under intense challenge here by the challengers Berewuleng, and also TMT for the first time in 3 years, putting up a very, very remarkable and a respectable performance, giving a statement of intent that now they are also among the big ladies in the house, and they have whatever it takes to compete for the ultimate accolade, that is the league title. And last year, if you can recall, they finished at third, unseating Gambia Police Force, who normally finished third in the year that was before last season. And since then, TMT have definitely mustered their courage and believe that if Berewuleng can do it, we have been here for quite a long period of time. Remember, they were Abuko United before, say they can have to invest in purchasing the team from Abuko to TMT. So they have the experience of playing this league. They know what it takes, to play, this competition amongst the team players. You have the likes of Hina, who is a veteran and an experienced player in the squad at the heart of their defense, and she has been very, very remarkable performer for this TMT. So the talking that is going around female football or around the country, whether this is the time for Berewuleng, the challengers, to ever clinch it, because there hasn't been a greater season or a greater year for them than this. You recall, this has been an invincible season for Berewuleng, the only team that have not yet tasted defeat over 20 games played. They are yet to lose a game. And this TMT, who also, up their performance coming into this season, losing only once, and that is to Berewuleng at a narrow, goal gap. That is 1 goal was the different goal scored by Abimaria Samu, which was the different. And then that game was very, very, very tight and, very open play between both teams. The difference between Berewuleng and TMT power is very, very tight. And then if you any spectator or a fan or neutral is coming into this fixture thinking that Berewuleng is going to have an easy ride over this TMT, you are making a big mistake. And if you are coming thinking that TMT is going to have an easy ride over Berewuleng, you are making a big mistake, because this game is on the balance. Who is going to be the victorious team? The 90 minutes will tell. And the team that comes with a better mentality, a better mindset, inner belief, courage, determination, and above all, the management fully motivates that team, I believe would be the victorious team in this kind of games, and to be crowned as the eventual champions of women football.
Thank you very much, Sidat Kujabi, and it has been a lively contest at the Box Bar Mini Stadium between Berewuleng Football Club leaders and second place TMT. Abimari Sambu holding midfielder, spreads it wide to Mariama Sise. Sise deployed on the right side, and great clearance coming from the central defender Murida Cafe. And it's a chase. Sarah Jaju into the gloves of the goalkeeper Awa Marena. Our Marena is the goalkeeper for TMT. Busy technical area for, of course, the gaffer Mohamed Sanyang and head coach Fake Basen of Berewuleng Football Club, Abimari Sambo, getting that ball, and this time into the gloves of the goalkeeper, our Marena once again. It has been a noisy environment coming from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. On the other end is the supporters behind TMT Football Club, and TMT dressed in white and green, whilst Berewuleng in red and black. Kadi Sanyang lost it. Kadi Sanyang up against the team captain Kadi Jalo. Jalo Kadi number 3. Spreads. It's going to be a chase. Aisa to Buaro. Buaro lost it. Abimari Sambo to Mariama Sise. Cafe Murida. Clearance around the center circle. This is Ilen. Great control. Spreads it further. It's going to be a chase. Mafanta Drame. Ball being caught out. Ilen Gomez regained possession. Spreads it further to Sarah Jaju to chase. And Sarah is the current leading goal scorer, and she has already bagged 17 goals as far as this season is concerned. And Sarah is currently leading the line for Fake Basen and his girls. And Berewuleng nil, TMT nil in the title decider of this year's GFF Women's Division 1. Victory in this contest will either crown Berewuleng or TMT the champions of 2025. And a victory and a draw here will solely crown Red Scorpions as champions, and Red Scorpions are the current holders of the GFF Women's Division 1. And currently on the table, Berewuleng leading on 43 points, TMT second on 42, Red Scorpions on third with 43, Police on fourth with 34, Brikama United fifth on 20, Koita is sixth on 17, Immigration 7 with 16 points, Yakar is 8 with 13 points, Fichobi is 9th with 10 points, and Joshuang Rock Bottom 10th with 2 points. Kumba Kasama team captain. Trying to connect the run of Mariama Sise. It's not a great one, and Mariama Sise will surely move back to her normal position rather. Sise Mariama is deployed on the left side, of course, of the left side of the defense for Berewuleng Football Club, and on the left side of the defense for the Brikama Base Club, that is Berewuleng Football Club, and it's Berewuleng nil, TMT nil. Great turnout at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and if you may like, call it the theatre of entertainment, situated in the heart of Brikama, West Coast region, the Gambia. And in case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin for Alamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, Sidat Kujabi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. TMT, under the guidance of Mohamed Sanyang, is starting with our Marena in goal. Kinta F. Sanyang, Nafisatu M. Koli, Henaba Fatu Fati, Kadijalo, Leza Ko, Niminga Mane, Silvina Ko, Awake Dabo, and Aisatu Buaro, completing the 11 for the traveling girls of TMT Football Club, Brikama Base Club, under the guidance of Fake Basen. That's an infringement, and TMT will have the opportunity. Fake Basen is the head coach for Berewuleng. Diminga Mendy is in goal. Mariama Sise, Rebecca Mendy, Kadi Sanyang, Murida Cafe, Abi Marisambo, Kadijatu Drame, Kumba Kasama team captain, Mafanta Drame, Ilen Gomez, and Sarah Jajo, completing the 11. And of course, Berewuleng dressed in red and black, whilst TMT in white and green. TMT Football Club will have the opportunity. Central defender Nafisatu M. Koli will deliver, urging her fellow players to move forward. course, it's a crowded area for Berewuleng Football Club. And the last fixture played between Berewuleng and TMT ended 1-0 in favor of the Brikama-based club Berewuleng Football Club. Mafanta Drame to Sarah Jaju. Sarah trying to reconnect Mafanta. Solid defensive work coming from central defender Henaba. And the central defender Mariama Sise to Mafanta Drame. Clearance. Abi Marisambo trying to head. Marisambo recollects. That's a clearance. Another opportunity for Berewuleng to pick possession, lost it. It's going to be an attack. Hadi Sanyang, who is one of the central defenders. Clearance, not a great one. Berewuleng will try to regroup. As TMT will have the opportunity to get that ball in. And already there is a player down injured for TMT Football Club. And the player in question for TMT Football Club, we will surely try to get that shortly. The number is currently hidden. Lively contest, great atmosphere, and of course great possessive display from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Kemo Kanye, I think this game is one of the biggest games in the country, and then looking at the way things are going, one could say our league is definitely improving as far as female or women's football is concerned, because initially it is very challenging to see such matches. Most of the time it has been Red Scorpions, maybe Red Scorpions, Berewuleng at some point, but now we currently having the likes of TMT, Berewuleng also, and also Red Scorpions. I think this is definitely doing a lot of good for our league, most especially women's football.
Yes, yes. If football or any sporting event is a gradual development, so as years pass, we have been witnessing only Red Scorpions doing what they used to be doing. In fact, coming to grab the league so easily. So, but nowadays, especially last year, we have seen Berewuleng when they got themselves promoted to the 4th division. They have given Red Scorpion a tough challenge in trying to get the league and also the FF Cup. And then this year, you can see Bere, since this league have started, they haven't lost any game. They are now on top of the league with Red Scorpion occupying on the 3rd spot. So kudos to the TMT side as well. They became the 3rd team to give a very tough test to any team that is playing in the JFF 4th division. So that alone, as you have said, is a massive development for women's football in the Gambia. And I believe other teams will as well emulate these 3 teams in trying to making sure that they also do the needful for their sides to be able to compete against the very best. As you have said, today this is the biggest game in women's football, because these are the 2 leaders that are both fighting for the league, and then any of the sides here that is able to win this particular trophy, this particular game, will be crowned champions of JFF Women's Division 1 for the 4th time. I stand to be corrected there, but this is a very big game. This is the biggest game so far in JFF Women's Division 1, because knowing that it is the 1st place against the 2nd place here, that is Berewuleng against TMT. So the 3rd place, that is for Red Scorpion, this perennial winners, are currently playing against the Police, which has already shown themselves to be and imagine one of the best teams that can also be competing in the JFF Women Division 1 as well, because the Police this year as well, they have also done very well since the start of the season. So let's see whether it has to be that of the home side, Berewuleng or TMT, to go home with the trophy. But I believe one of these sides here is going home with the trophy as the game. Let's see as the game proceeds.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye, and of course, that is certain one of the 2 will surely go home as champions, or Red Scorpions will retain their crown. From the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, and live on LSTV1 Parliament 40, Kemo Kanye says Siddharth Kujabi, and behind camera operations for LSTV1 as usual is Osman Kamara, and the central referee. And this crucial contest is Aissatou Toure, having the assistance of Abi Sise, Jenaba Mane, and Fatou Ngom is serving as the 4th assistant referee. Huge fan base behind TMT Football Club and also behind Berewuleng Football Club. At the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, of course, it is a title decider. The winner in this contest will surely be crowned champions and champions of 2024-25 DFF Women's Division 1, Berewuleng or TMT, with Red Scorpions also playing elsewhere. The winner here will be crowned. Kumba Kasama on the ball. Team captain, giant wall assembled by TMT. Kumba, the dead ball specialist, floats that ball forward, trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. way over the crossbar. Goal kick TMT, and the custodian is our Marina. Our is the custodian, and of course from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is definitely lively, and of course a great turnout. Box Bar Mini Stadium. It's a goal kick for TMT Football Club. Central defender still in their own half. TMT trying to move that ball from their own half. Isa to Buaro. Lost it. And it's Berewuleng Football Club dressed in red and black. And Berewuleng Football Club will have the opportunity. And the Brikama Beach Club under the guidance of head coach Fakeba Sen. Fakeba. Berewuleng Football Club under the guidance of Fakeba Sen. It's a delivery, partly headed out. Still in the half of TMT. Ball control, player Rasul does an infringement. That's a foul as signaled by the central referee. And Sylvina Kaur is the player Rasul and currently back on her feet. And central referee Aissatou Toure has already given the opportunity to TMT dressed in white and green. TMT under the guidance of Mohamed Sanyang. And of course, Mohamed is having the assistance of Adama Sonko. It's a delivery, central defender to deliver. Floats that ball forward. Nafisa to M. Koli. Partly caught out by Berewuleng Football Club. Berewuleng having Rebecca Mendy on the left side of the defense. Rebecca currently having it tough against the forward. And of course, Aissatou Buaro. Aissatou dropping it forward. Is an opportunity for TMT. Trying to dribble past Abi Marisambu. Abi is currently having that tough against her opponent. And already the flag of the assistant referee is up. And up against TMT, Berewuleng takes that quickly. Khadijatou Drame, given by the central referee. Khadijatou Drame is one of the midfielders, alongside team captain Kumba Kasama for Berewuleng Football Club. The team under the guidance of Fakeba Sen, looking forward to winning the league for the very first time. The team is still unbeaten. After 17 matches, won 13, drew 4, lost none, and currently leading the chart with 43 points. TMT played 17 matches, won 13, drew 3, lost 1, and currently on 42. Red Scorpions played 17, won 13, drew 2, lost 2, and currently on 41 points. And already the flag is up, and already up against Berewuleng Football Club. Sesidat Kujabi, this is definitely a lively game and definitely a stiff game here, because looking at the chances, we have minimal chances, and majority of the ball is being played around the center of this football field. Anyway, if we can say there might be lesser goals in this contest if we are to have a winner in this contest between Berewuleng and TMT.
Indeed, like I alluded earlier, this game is going to be a very, very tight affair between the two. You know, to me, these are one of the best two teams, you know, that are definitely giving a real challenge to Red Scorpion, who have been, you know, very dominant when it comes to our women football. You see, when you look at this TMT, you see the likes of their star player Jara Jawang, who is on the bench, you know, who plays for the national Scorpion senior team, you know, and is a regular at the right fullback. You know, sometimes at TMT they deploy a different position, because she is, you know, that's trusty player, you know, who has the versatility and can play at different positions on the pitch. So Mohamed, you know, deciding to keep her on the bench must be a very, very, you know, big tactical reason, and I know he has a plan for doing that. And Aissatou Buaro, you know, she's the sister of Ola Buaro. You know, they have missed her a lot due to, you know, FIFA connect issue, and now coming back to the team, you know, taking her rightful position in the squad is definitely give TMT a different, you know, dynamics whenever they are taking the game onto the opponent, because she is that player who knows how to take on defenders on one-on-one situation and deliver those teasing balls into the dangerous areas for the strikers to do the damage. Likewise, Sylvina Kaur, you know, the Guinean international, who has been a very pivotal player, important part of this TMT team. Silvina Ko is that player who have bring Nima Sabali retired to the bench, and that can tell you how great Silvina Ko is. And this game is definitely going to be a very, very tight affair between the two, with limited goal scoring threat coming from both teams, because both teams, like I said earlier, have the best, defensive setups or organization in the women's division. TMT, concede only 2 more goals to that of Berewuleng, and then they lose only 1. Berewuleng lose none. That can tell you the similarity between the two teams, especially when it comes to their defensive organization. The defense line led by Hinaba, and that of Berewuleng, which is led by Kadi Sanyang, have been very, very remarkable during the course of this season. So it depends the team which have the just and the courage to dictate and take the game onto the opponent, to give them those troubling moments, to see where they can have a breakthrough and create those chances for the team to score, and then see how they can manage their games would definitely tell the rest of the story. This game, the profile, the intensity, everything around this game can tell you the rest of the story. One of the 2 best referees in the women's division, in the name of Fatou Ngom and then Aisha Toure, have been FIFA badge holders representing the Gambia at different international platform, can tell you how crucial this fixture is. And the 2 assistants also are also FIFA badge holders, bringing a well composed team of match officials, tell you what is at stake here. And this game is definitely going down the wire path.
Thank you very much, Sidat Kujabi. And as per the information that we are receiving, has already indicated that Police is currently leading Red Scorpions by a goal to nil at the late Osman Saho football field. And currently at the Box Bar Mini Stadium is 0-0. And there is water break. And currently the central referee and her list of panelists, of course, are also having a brief discussion, whilst there is also discussion between the gaffers, of course, of Berewuleng Football Club and TMT Football Club. Head coach Mohamed Sanyang and his assistant Adam Asonko having words with their players. Faki Basen and his assistant Molamin Nyasi also having discussions with their players. It is definitely a lively contest, crucial contest for that matter at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Of course, it is title decider. Title decider at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, and this is where it is all coming to you live, and also live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. Parlament Fati, Kimo Kanyi, Sesidat Kujabi, and behind camera operations, of course, is Osman Kamara. Any moment from now, central referee Aisha Toure will surely give us the green light for the restart. Aisha Toure is having the assistance of Abi Sese, Jenaba Mane and Fatou Ngom as the 4th assistant referee. TMT supporters on the other end of the Box Bar Mini Stadium, of course the Bell Aqua Pavilion, whilst Berewuleng having their set of supporters very close to our commentary cabin from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. TMT dressed in green and white under the guidance of Mohamed Sanyang, whilst Berewuleng in red and black under the guidance of head coach Fake Basen. Berewuleng are still unbeaten. Berewuleng are unbeaten in this year's GFF Women's Division 1. Played 17, won 13, drew 4, lost none with 43 points. TMT played 17, won 13, drew 3, lost 1, and the only defeat was against Berewuleng Football Club. That ended 1-0 in favor of the Brikama-based club Berewuleng Football Club. TMT is currently second with 42. Red Scorpions on third. Played 17, won 13, drew 2, lost 2. And of course, Red Scorpions, the holders, are currently third with 41 points. They will only hope for a draw at the Box Bar Mini Stadium for them to win to be crowned champions of 2025. Abi Mari Sambo Clearance. Player Rasul. Central referee waved in for a play on. It's going to be a Berewuleng attack on the far side. Rebecca Mendy. Ball being caught out partly. Central referee has already given the opportunity to TMT. Inches of the dividing line. TMT will have the opportunity. 22. Of course, the number 22 is Laser Core. Lazy Core, number 22 for TMT Football Club, will have the opportunity to deliver. Lively contest, great atmosphere. Of course, we are definitely loving it. Women's football at its best, and women's football like no other. Of course, in the GFF Women's Division 1, it has been all Red Scorpions, and this season Red Scorpions have been tested to the limit. Of course, giving tough tie against Berewuleng and TMT. And Berewuleng Football Club, Sesizat Kujabi, I stand to be corrected. Red Scorpions beaten twice, and I believe the defeats were against Berewuleng and also TMT Football Club.
Yeah, indeed, they tested defeat to that of Berewuleng and also TMT during the second round. In the first round, they drew, and in the second round, they tested defeat to this TMT. And I believe TMT, they have been very, very remarkable during the course of the second round. And here comes another big opportunity, but and the fans are giving it a round of applause for that great kick coming from Esad Buaro. And now here they are, the two teams that have definitely put Red Scorpion to a serious test.
Oh, what a strike! And then, of course, Sarah Elaine Gomez with the strike, and therefore the stand bar. And TMT survived. That was definitely very close for Berewuleng Football Club to find the back of the net courtesy of Elaine Gomez, but TMT to the rescue of the stand bar. It is currently 0-0. Sesidat Kujabi, that was definitely very close, but before that, it's a corner. Kumba Kasama floats that, ball being caught out. Another opportunity for Berewuleng Football Club. Kumba around the edge, uses her left side. And Kumba with the delivery. Sarah Jaju dropping deep. Back to the central defender. Murida Cafe is a long one, this time into the gloves of the custodian Awa Marena. Awa is in goal for TMT, and in the opposite goal post it's Diminga Mendy. That was definitely very close. Sesidat Kujabi, that should have been 1-0 to the Brikama Base Club Berewuleng, but only to the rescue of the standbar. That was a decent strike coming from the centre forward Elaine Gomez.
Indeed. I think this is one of the most threatening moments we have seen in this crucial class. Though Aissatou Buaro have come close, but then the weight behind that, the power of that ball couldn't give eminent threat to Deminga, who dealt with that danger there. But this one coming from Elaine was a serious threat, and a nerve juggling moment for the Gaffer and the rest of TMT faithful there. It is very close. It was, like you said, just to the rescue of the TMT team to the woodwork there. It was very, very close, and Elaine narrowly celebrated, and I heard you going wild, about to announce it as a goal. But then fortunately for TMT, the woodwork was there to save them, and now Berewuleng would be ignited with that threat we have seen from them. And you can see Kumba trying to produce individual brilliance in the gym, but TMT are not relenting. And then interestingly is what is happening between the two captains in the name of Khadija Jalo or Wayne Rooney, fondly called number 3 of TMT, and Kumba Kasama at the heart of the midfield. I believe to me they have been the star players for these two teams, outshadowing the rest of the players in the squad. But then within the depth of the squad, you have other individual brilliant talented stars, the likes of Sarah, Elaine for Berewuleng, Khadija Drame. These are names that are known in the women division. And you come to this TMT, have been very rock at the heart of the defense. You have the likes of Aisat Buaros, Sylvina Ko and her sister, the other Co at the central midfield, doing an amazing job. Nafisatu Koli at the left full back. All these are names that have been doing the rounds when it comes to women football. But this game is far from over. Let's enjoy as things unfold.
Let's enjoy as things unfold, and currently is a set piece at a great position. Diminga Mendy is in the list, happy with that. She's currently complaining, but anyway, that's a crucial set piece. Abimari Sambo has already received a yellow from central referee Aissatou Toure, and the medics are already on the pitch to give assistance to the player for TMT Football Club. The score is currently 0-0 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1, and of course it is title decider. Title decider at the Box Bar Mini Stadium between Berewuleng and TMT. The winner in this contest will be crowned champions. Is it Berewuleng or TMT, or is it going to be Red Scorpions to be recrowned champions of GFF Women's Division 1? It's currently a player down injured. The match is temporarily stopped at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Head coach Fakeba Sen having a word with Khadijatu Drame, Sarah Jaju as well. But Sarah is currently having the central defender Fatu Fati, who seems to be everywhere. Anyway, it's currently 1-1 at the late Osman Saho football field, and parity is restored between Police and Red Scorpions. Red Scorpions 1, Police 1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Berewuleng 0, TMT 0. Where is the trophy heading to? Where is it heading to? Is it going to head to Brikama, or is this time going to head to TMT? Of course, Abuko remains to be seen. Is a set piece, team captain to deliver. Khadijalo, team captain, currently on the ball.
This is a dangerous position, and she is one of the best when it comes to this type of dead ball situations. He is fond of scoring this type of goal. Every player in the Berewuleng teams knows that. Dominga knows it, Fakewa knows it, and now we await to see whether Khadijatu Jalo is going to go or Aissatou Buaro is going to go. Both are very deadly at this position.
Who is going to deliver? This is the team captain. Gadi! Saved by the netminder Diminga Mendy. That was indeed an acrobatic save coming from the netminder Diminga. She wasn't happy when the set piece was considered. She knew the player in question is definitely deadly when it comes to set pieces. But anyway, the custodian Diminga equal to that task, and it's a corner this time for TMT Football Club. TMT continue to surge and continue to surge for a breakthrough. There is currently discussion between fourth referee Fatungom and central referee Aissatou Toure. And central referee Aissatou Toure is now moving towards the corner flag, and that seems to be okay. She will surely give the green light shortly for the corner to be taken. TMT to deliver. Crowded penalty area for the Brikama base club Berewuleng. Dressed in red and black. TMT green and white. Around the area. Long one is a header. Never troubled the goalkeeper. Partly cleared out. Kadi and the team captain guarding that ball, and already is a goal kick as signaled by the assistant referee and also the central referee. Player down, and she will be back on her feet, we believe. She is currently having the assistance of the central referee. And the referee, of course, in this contest and crucial game is Aissatou Toure. Abisise is one of the assistants. Jenaba Mane and Fatungom is the fourth assistant referee. It is Diminga Mendy, the custodian for Berewuleng Football Club, dressed in black and blue. And Diminga playing that ball short to the central defender. The central defender and 19 Murida Cafe to team captain Kumba Kasama. Kumba to Mariama Sise. Mariama lost possession. Fakeba Sen isn't happy with that. Urging Mariama Sise to step up. It's a throw in. Nafisa to Mkole playing that ball short. Great control coming from Aissatou Buaro. Back to Nafisatu. trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. That's a strong header. Sent the goalkeeper just there in time. And the goalkeeper for Berewuleng is Diminga Mendy. Kemo Kanye, lively contest. This game has all the ingredients to be called a title decider, but the only missing thing is the goal or goals coming from Berewuleng or TMT Football Club. Sarah Jaju is currently on the ball, floats that ball forward, strikes Ilen Gomez. Kemo Kanye, I think this game has all the ingredients to be called a great game, and the only missing thing is the goal or goals coming from TMT or Berewuleng Football Club.
Yes, every other ingredients here is being added already into this particular game. The only missing thing, as you have said, is at least a goal into this particular encounter. You can see Red Scorpion are currently back on the track. They are currently 1-all scoreline. So here is also a nil scoreline. So both games are the title decider games, I should say. Are already on the stalemate as of now. So, but let's see. This game is also very far from over. Though we have played over 30 minutes into this particular game. We are in the 39th minute of the game. So there is 6 minutes to be played here into the first half, into this particular first half before it ends here. And then 6 minutes is a lot of time in football. So let's see whether it has to come from Berewuleng or it has to come from TMT to take the lead into this particular contest. But we are expecting a very minimal number of goals into this particular game. Referencing from the first game that was played between the two, where Berewuleng emerged as winners by only a lone goal to nil. And then here again, they face off against the same team, and TMT is also a very, very strong opponent for Berewuleng, especially for this season. So let's see what happens here. But I'm not expecting a lot of goals into this particular game. So perhaps it will end at a very, very narrow score line if one of the sides here is to win this particular game. But I'm sure we are going to have a winner between these two sides before the 90 minutes ends.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. In case you just joining us, this is all coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And the title decider, clearance from the goalkeeper. That seems to be very dangerous for Berewuleng Football Club, but the goalkeeper Diminga allowed enough to clear that ball. This is Sarah Jaju, who is currently leading the line, spreading that ball forward to Ilen Gomez. It's currently a chase. The goalkeeper just there in time. Our Marina, the custodian, just there in time to get that ball off the area for a throw into Berewuleng Football Club. And Ilen Gomez has already taken that ball quickly, but the assistant referee has asked the ball to be retaken. It's now the turn of Maria Masise. Abimari Sambo to team captain Kumba Kasama. Kumba regained possession. Kumba isn't happy. Kumba isn't happy with that decision from the central referee Aissatou Toure. And Aissatou is currently having that discussion with the team captain Kumba Kasama. And Kumba protested against her decision. It's a delivery. Central defender number 4 Nafisatu M. Koli will deliver, urging her players to move forward. It is currently Berewuleng nil, TMT nil in the title decider. And elsewhere at the late Osman Saho football field, it is currently Police 1, Red Scorpions 1. Victory for Berewuleng will crown Berewuleng as champions of Women's Division 1 for the very first time under the guidance of head coach Fake Basen. Kumba Kasama lost possession. It is now TMT. It's a clearance. Murida Cafe is one of the central defenders, and of course massive clearance coming from the Brikama base club Berewuleng, and it is Berewuleng nil, TMT nil. Great turnout, of course. It's a great turnout at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Sesidat Kujabi. And looking at the turnout in most of the GFF Men's Division 1, you come to games, you don't see such a turnout. And then in this contest, we are definitely seeing a great turnout. And this is why we are saying women football is definitely on the rise. Looking at this fixture is, of course, a title decider. You know, a lot of people have piled in here to watch this crucial showdown. Of course, the Brikama base club playing against a side that is based in Abuko, of course. Fans have, traveled from Abuko, from Brikama and its satellite communities to come and say who is going to be crowned champions. And we believe we're going to have a champion in this contest, either Berewuleng or TMT, or elsewhere we might also have Red Scorpions retaining the crown.
Yeah, indeed, Pa. If you go to the goal project, this is equally the same projection or similar numbers you would witness coming out to show support, solidarity to women football, because like you said earlier, women football is definitely on the rise. The tacticians are doing an almighty job to make sure they improve, harnessing the potentials of these ballers, turning them to talented players, and then the ballers also doing an amazing job over the course or during the process in their careers. And then I believe where it matters the most is what exactly we are doing right now, in trying to see how we can do that promotion job when it comes to marketing the product, or the marketing women football to the greater audience, to make sure we connect what these ballers are doing to the general public out there, to have that idea of what female football is all about. And over the past few years, this job have been definitely been championed by the likes of GAM Women Football, Fans TV, Scorpion Football, Fans TV, and then with the coming of LSTV also, covering live, footages. Some people who normally had the hearsay now have the proof of what the quality we normally wrote about or talked about whenever we have the opportunity. And now people started realizing, it's not just about, sugarcoating or writing, beautiful stories to attract, greater audience. But in reality, that is, what is happening, and exactly that's what we are transcending through our pens, through our mics, through our platforms, and we encourage other media practitioners to also, come into the fray. And we all doing our part, and then, we have seen a significant change in the outlook when it comes to how people used to, view female football, and in recent time, the dynamics have definitely changed. You rarely see, these numbers when it comes to even the male first division or the male second division. Few of the grounds can produce you these numbers, and that is Brikama. And if there is a second, that would be the goal project or Serekunda East. But if you go to other places like Kabekel, Nyamina, Bakau, you don't see these numbers. So that can tell you, female football is definitely on the rise, and we'll encourage each and every individual making sure it happens and is happening, to continue on keeping and continue to encourage the masses, to be connected to the beautiful game, because I believe the game, belongs to the fans, and fans are key stakeholders when it comes to the game. And then we are loving it, Pa. And like I said, let's continue enjoying it.
Thank you very much, Sesidat Kujabi. Earlier on came Okanye. And into the 2 minutes of additional time, 2 minutes added on in the first period. Berewuleng nil, TMT nil. Mariama Sise currently having that tough against the number 19. Of course, the 19 is still being a core of TMT Football Club. It's still TMT nil, Berewuleng nil. And we have under 2 minutes of additional time before central referee Aissatou Toure will slowly bring that end to this contest at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And the winner in this contest will be crowned champions. And already Mariama Sise. That's a protest coming from head coach Fakeba Sen. And the central referee Aissatou Toure is already there, and she has already given the opportunity to TMT Football Club. And TMT will have the opportunity to benefit from this. Currently, there's a discussion between the two. Of course, the central referee Aissatou Toure and fourth referee Fatungam. It's a delivery. TMT will benefit. Nafissatou M. Koli to deliver. Crowded penalty area for Berewuleng Football Club. In the final moments of this game at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. The central referee has already given the green light. Mafanda Drame on the wall solo. Long one, glancing header. Partly, it is Mariama Sese. Sese caught that ball out. Partly cleared by Berewuleng Football Club. TMT regained possession around the center. It's another opportunity for TMT to get something. Can they get something from this? TMT strikes into the gloves of the goalkeeper. That was definitely timely. And of course the netminder, Diminga Mendy, to the rescue. And there we go, it is halftime. And of course halftime at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Great force of course coming from TMT and Berewuleng Football Club. And these two sides will definitely have 15 minutes to rest and also have 15 minutes of halftime team talk. Sesidat Kujabi, we believe we're going to have an incredible second half between these two sides. Already we have already witnessed incredible first half, and we are looking forward to a more interesting second half between TMT and Berewuleng.
Yeah, indeed, this game is far from over, and the next 45 minutes to decide how the results of this game is going to unfold will be more than interesting. As both gaffers, you can see, they are in a haste to rest, to reach the dressing room, wherein they will adjust to some of the tactical loopholes they feel were lacking, to give us a score in this very, very interesting affair here. I believe both teams shown real character, real courage, and real just in going out for the hunt, in trying to pull one. But then the goalkeepers have been very, very outstanding in the name of Marina and then Dominga, whom I believe they have both done an amazing job. And then the team also, I believe both teams have definitely put up their ultimate best in trying to make sure they get something out of this game. But then this game will remain as tight as it was, and then coming into the second half of the 45 minutes is going to be another cracker, another tight affair between the two teams. Like I said earlier in one of my write-ups, this game is beyond technical and tactical clarity of the game, because the difference between the two is not that much. But then the team that comes in with the right mentality, with the right courage, the right ambition, and above all well motivated behind the schemes will definitely come out in such kind of fixtures as the victorious team. Both teams have great depth at their technical dugout, and I believe the TMT technical bench, to me, looking at who they have on the bench, to me I believe TMT have a better technical dugout compared to Berewuleng, who have young players among their midfield.
exactly when this game ends. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to the Box Bar Mini Stadium for the continuation of the live commentary, and of course the final 45 minutes between Berewuleng and TMT in the title decider of this year's GFF Women's Division 1. At the Box Bar Mini Stadium is the clash between the Brikama-based club Berewuleng against the Abuko-based side TMT. Whilst at the late Osman Saho football field is currently having the champions up against police, and the score at the late Osman Saho is 1-1. At the Box Bar Mini Stadium is 0-0, and if it's going to be Berewuleng Football Club to be crowned champions and champions of 2025, of course, in the GFF Women's Division 1. Abimari Sambo lost possession. Kumba Kasama hands that ball to TMT. It's going to be an attack. TMT spreads that ball on the far side. Kadi now, the custodian just there in time, and the goalkeeper is Diminga Mendy for Berewuleng Football Club. Dropping it further to Mariama Sise. Mariama to Mafanta Drame. Mafanta trying to connect the run of Ilen. Sarah Jaju. This is Sarah Jaju and Sarah on the final touch, and the ball is already out for a goal kick to TMT. And TMT Football Club is dressed in green and white, and the custodian is dressed in orange and white, and the goalkeeper is Awa Marena. And Awa is urging our fellow players to move forward. And of course the central defender will solely take this Hena bar. Hena is one of the central defenders for TMT Football Club, having the defensive partnership alongside Fatu Fati. And it is currently Berewuleng 0, TMT 0. Berewuleng in this contest started with Diminga Mendy in goal. Mariama Sise, Rebecca Mendy, Kadi Sanyang, Murida Cafe, Abimari Sambu, Kadija Drame, Kumba Kasama, team captain Mafanta Drame, Ilen Gomez and Sarah Jajo. And already ball been caught out, partly. Kumba Kasama trying to test something, of course. That's a handball. That's a handball. Kumba was trying to turn, and unfortunately, he struck her on the hand. And his advantage, TMT at the box bar. Is an advantage. The ball clearance. Ball being controlled beautifully. Aisha spreading it wide. This side. Sylvina Ko. Taught by Mariama. Mariama to Mafanta Drame. Mafanta trying to go solo. Kumba Kasama team captain. Kumba spreading it further. It's a chase on the far side. Central defender just there in time to cut that ball out. Is that a foul? The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Mafanta Drame looking for options. Can they get something from this? Mafanta still into the gloves of the custodian. Mafanta Drame should have done better in this. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down on the far side. Had all the chances to possibly move the ball towards the run of Sarah Chaju, but unfortunately Mafanta failed to do that, and then the custodian was just there in time to guard that ball. Of course, guarded that ball with his Kemokani. I think Mafanta Drame should have done better. I think that was indeed a glorious opportunity for Berewuleng Football Club. Unfortunately, wasted.
Yes, very well, Apa. She could have placed the ball very well for either Ilen or Sarah. I mean, because these were the two players she already had in the box running. But I mean, Sarah was a bit in front, and then you can see Ilen pushes a bit backward to making sure that enough space is created for her to be able to receive that ball. But Mafanta was trying to go on solo. But I mean, it is also about the ambition of the player and also the team itself to actually do the needful for their side. So, but let's see what happens here. The game is very much alive still. I mean, because we have already played 4 minutes into this particular contest, into the first 5 minutes of the second half already here. So let's see what happens here. But that could have been better than it was. I mean, by Mafanta Drame. But nonetheless, he is one of the reliable players for the Berewuleng side whenever they wanted to go forward and then create themselves such goal scoring opportunities. So let's see what happens here. But I mean, mistakes are to be made in football, and then they will eventually be corrected as the game proceeds.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanyi, into the very first moments of the second half between Berewuleng and TMT in the title decider at the box bar. And Kumba penalized by the referee. And the central referee is Faisatu Toure. And Aisatu is still having the assistance of Abisise, Jenaba Mane and Fatungom, the fourth assistant referee. And the ball will surely be taken backwards. He is one of the central defenders for TMT to deliver. And TMT Football Club will have Henaba to deliver. And having the defensive partnership of Fatu Fati. It's a long one. Half of the one chase. And the flag of the assistant referee stayed. There is currently seemingly both sides have definitely picked up from where they left it in the first half. It has been a keen contested, also since the commencement of the second half. We've also seen a keenly contested battle, of course, between Berewuleng and TMT Football Club. Maybe, or just maybe, a goal might be enough to win this contest.
Indeed, the first team, to go with a bang would definitely have a big say in where this game is going to go in favor of. But then still it has been a very electrifying on the stands. But on the pitch, the game remains as tight and close affair. On the pitch as we have seen limited goal scoring chances. That can give the netminders a serious test or nightmares or trouble, being very less into this gym. I believe the defensive organization of both teams are very, rock solid at the heart of the opponent defense line. Brilliant display at the heart of the midfield. We have seen Fanta, Drame come very close from a well-fought, one-on-one duel there where he won, and then, eventually navigate her way into the dangerous area. But then, he think too much without, calculating perfectly to do the right decision, and eventually, he was caught there by the defender, wherein, he managed to strike a shot, but it wasn't a great one, as Marina dealt with that eminent threat in that occasion. Tight as it was, and still it remains the same. And I believe what the teams need to do, is to try to make sure, they get a series of free kicks or free kicks near the goal mount, wherein they can also utilize the quality of their dead ball specialists in the name of Khadija to Jalo for TMT and then Kumba Kasama for Berewuleng, who both can score from free kick positions to increase their options of goal scoring, chances, as this team is getting more and more close, tight, on the game inside the pitch, wherein at the other fixture concerning Gambia Police Force and then Red Scorpion, news coming in, Red Scorpion currently lead by 2-1 power battle.
It's around the edge of the 18 and into the gloves of the goalkeeper. And the custodian for Berewuleng is Diminga Mende. Elsewhere at the late Osman Saho football field, it is Red Scorpions 2, Police 1. And with the current score, Red Scorpions will be crowned champions. If the score at the Box Bar Mini Stadium should stay like this, it's going to be celebrations for the champions Red Scorpions. Well, anyway, we have to wait and see what's going to be the outcome at the theater. It's a clearance coming from far to Fati. Rebecca dropping that ball short. Abi Marisambu to Elen Gomez. Elen trying to dribble past one. Succeeds. Handed that ball to TMT. And Murida is already there to get that ball off the area for a throw into TMT Football Club. And it is getting more and more interesting at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama in the GFF Women's Division 1 title decider at the theatre. Box Bar Mini Stadium to be precise. Team captain Kumba Kasama of Berewuleng spreading that ball forward. It's going to be a chase for Sarah. Oh, this is Mafanta Drame. Mafanta trying to go solo, dripping that ball short to Elen Gomez. Elen trying to reconnect the run of Sarah Jajo. Sarah lost it, blocked in there, and is around the center circle. It's Berewuleng to launch another attack. Berewuleng lost possession, and of course ball been caught out by the central defender Murida or Rebecca. It is Sarah to Elen Gomez. Berewuleng Football Club trying to get something from this. This is Elen still going. Elen Gomez is still trying to go solo, looking for more and more options. Elen Gomez back to Rebecca, and it's a clearance for TMT Football Club. Throw in Berewuleng Football Club at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and of course it is definitely a lively game. Lively afternoon at the theatre. Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama to be precise. And of course it's a huge clash between Berewuleng and TMT in the title decider. The last fixture played between the two ended 1-0 in Berewuleng's favour. Abi Marisambu scored the only goal to give the victory to the Brikama base club under the guidance of head coach Fake Basen. And on the other dugout is Mohamed Sanyang, and Mohamed is having the assistance of Adam Asonko. It's a corner. Kumba Kuyate Kumba Kasamarada will surely get this. Anyway, it is currently Red Scorpions 2, Police 1. And the second goal coming from Kumba Kuyate. Kumba Kasama. Ball being headed out by Fatu Fati. Kasama Kumba once again. Looking for options. Is that going to be a through a corner? That's another corner for Berewuleng Football Club, and Berewuleng continue to search for a breakthrough. Will they be able to get it? Of course, it's the biggest ambition, of course, for head coach Fake Basen and his assistant Molamin Nyasi and the rest of the technical members and all those connected to Berewuleng Football Club. And Berewuleng with a victory will be crowned champions of 2025 GFF Women's Division 1 for the very first time. Coach Fake Basen very busy on the technical area, and equally Mohamed Sanyang of TMT Football Club. And this game is coming to you live from the Box Bar, live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin. Parliament Fati, Sesidat Kujabi, and of course Kemo Kanyi. Behind camera operations is Osman Kamara as usual. Lively contest, great atmosphere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. We are definitely loving it. TMT having a massive turnout and also having a massive support base behind them, and equally the Brikama base club. Berewuleng is also having another massive support base. Any moment from now we're going to see a substitution to be effected by TMT Football Club. Sesidat Kujabi. That's a substitution for TMT Football Club, and TNT will take off a tired leg and introduce a fresh leg. It is getting more and more interesting, of course, at the Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Indeed, that is Jara Jambam for you. One of their star players, an experienced player for this TMT team. Remember, Jara was with the senior national team that went to Wafo in Mauritania, and then during the course of that competition, Jara sustained an injury, a thigh injury. That injury, keep her on the bench, because the Gava doesn't want to, risk her, and decided to bring her in the second half, where we have seen Kinta being sacrificed, and now Jara's involvement into the game would give a different ball game to this TMT team, because they know the name and the experience and the courage that Jara would normally bring into the game, would normally impact to the rest of the squad. And you can see her influence right from coming from the bench. She started giving out instructions or technical inputs to the rest of the players, and now you can see the players have been rejuvenated by her presence on the pitch, and that would be a different TMT compared to what we have seen in the first half. And now Nafisatu at the right fullback, where she loves playing with her best foot, that is the right foot, doing those surging runs and delivering, those final teasing crosses into the 18-yard. That's what she does best, and it will be fascinating to see whether Nyema Sabali will also have, some couple of minutes into the game. She is that player, who is also very tricky, pacey, especially when playing against defenders on one-on-one situation. She rely on her pace, her skills, and her ability to beat past defenders to do the damage. That's what she does best. And this game is taking a different, dynamics, because I know both gaffers already have information as to what exactly is transpiring at the opposite pitch, that is at the late Usman Sow football field, and they knows that if it stays as it is, Red Scorpion is definitely going to come from behind to eventually snatch the trophy from the first and second coming into this fixture. But that would be another beautiful story, to talk about and to write about.
To talk about and also to write about. It is TMT around the edge, and they get something around and currently lost possession. It's Berewuleng Football Club around the center. The girls in green and white trying to test the goalkeeper from distance. And what a goal! Lishiko with a strike, and what a goal coming from TMT Football Club. TMT leading by a goal to nil at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. What a moment, what a strike, and what a goal for TMT against Berewuleng Football Club.
A fantastic goal.
What a goal, what a strike, of course, and currently TMT leading by a goal to nil. Lizeko with the goal. Lizeko with the goal for TMT Football Club, and currently TMT on the verge of course, securing and also laying a hand on the giant trophy of GFF Women's Division 1. If they are able to secure victory here, TMT Football Club will be crowned champions and champions. Berewuleng will definitely have a lot of work to do here. Berewuleng will have a lot of work to do. Berewuleng trail by a goal to nil against TMT at the Box Bar Mini Stadium.
And we are definitely enjoying what is unfolding here at the theater of entertainment, the absolute place of entertainment, the place that unfold, series of drama stories, that will last in the memories of many who witness it and go on to narrate it to the next generation. That was a goal of a generation, a thunder strike, almost from 40 yards. That coming from Lucy Ko has been one of the best goals I've seen in the women's division come this year. It has been one of the greatest goals that I've witnessed, landing at the back of the net. The ball has power, it has weight behind the ball, the direction and the precision, behind that ball was just, remarkable. It reminds me, the early days of Steven Gerrard, Lampard, Manis and the co, who are known for, long range goal scoring. This is just, astonishing, and Deminga is just unfortunate in that occasion. He could, but he couldn't. She could, but she couldn't, because that ball is well taken, and I know she would be blaming herself, because she might be thinking, I must have a hand behind that ball to keep it safe. But unfortunately it landed at the back of the net, and you can see how wild the entire TMT technical dugout and TMT faithful on the stands and the players celebrated that goal at the near corner of where we are seated. But that goal is just astonishing, and Berewuleng comes close, but then Sarah malcontrols, and that would be a relieving moment for TMT. But then Fakewa would have been thinking, how I wish that could have been, the goal to restore parity, and now, it's game on par. But this game is far from over. The last whistle of this game will decide where the victory is going, because knowing Berewuleng, they are not going to relent, and now TMT have every reasons to believe.
What a chance, and this time around blocking there once again. What a moment at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and TMT came very close, but to the rescue was the central defender, of course, of Berewuleng Football Club, and Sarah will surely have the opportunity to chase, and player Rasul never given by the central referee, and the referee is Aisha Ture. Aisha having the assistance of Abisise, Jenaba Mane and Fatung Gomas, the fourth assistant referee. Lively contest, great atmosphere and ambience at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the title decider between Berewuleng Football Club and TMT, all coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, live on LSTV1 at the commentary cabin Parliament Party. Kemo Kanyi, Sidat Kujabi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Currently the Brikama based club Berewuleng trail by a goal to nil against TMT Football Club. Lizzie Ko with an astonishing goal. What a strike from the lad, what a goal, and what an advantage for TMT. Solid defensive work, ball being headed out. TMT will pick possession in their own half, enjoying the slender advantage against the Brikama based club Berewuleng. It's another opportunity. Jara Jambang, who came on as a substitute, is going to be a chase on the far side. TMT trying to go solo. Can they get something from this attack around the edge of the 18? TMT Football Club looking for the second goal. Caught out by Berewuleng Football Club. Khadija to Drame picks possession. To team captain Kumba Kasama. Kasama Kumba. To Rebecca Mendy. Mendy Rebecca. Back to Kadi Sanya. Already there is a player down. There is a player down, and of course it's a busy technical area for Gafas Fakeba Sen and Mohamed Sanyang. Mohamed Sanyang and his girls are currently leading by a goal to nil at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, hoping to secure this crown for the very first time. Berewuleng Football Club hoping to win it for the very first time, and Red Scorpions will also want to retain the crown. Red Scorpions enjoying the 2-1 advantage elsewhere at the late Osman Saho, whilst it is currently 1-0 in favor of TMT at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And if the score should stay like this, it's going to be TMT to be crowned champions. Berewuleng has a huge mountain to climb. Berewuleng need to score, need to get an equalizer. Berewuleng to possibly have the chance to win this championship needs to come from a goal down to get a victory against TMT, and the team currently trailed by a goal to nil rather. TMT on the advantage. Player is back on his feet. Lively scenes from the theater of entertainment, Box Bar Mini Stadium to be precise. We are definitely loving the atmosphere. Berewuleng nil, TMT 1 in the title decider, who is going to be crowned and coronated this evening at the Box Bar or elsewhere at the late Osman Saho football field. Victory for either Berewuleng or TMT will crown the side of this year's Division 1 champions. Around the center, Berewuleng lost it. TMT regained possession. It's going to be a chase. Selvina Ko failing to keep that ball in play. Quickly taken by Rebecca. Abimari Sambu. Back to Rebecca Mendy. Abimari to Ellen Gomez. Ellen dribble pass one. Not a very good clearance. Berewuleng lost possession. Team captain Kumba Kasama lost it. It's a chase on the far side. Kadi Sanya, who is one of the rocky central defenders for the Brikama based club. And Kadi and Berewuleng trail. Kumba Kasama trying to dribble past a group of players. Kumba floats that ball forward. Caught out by the girls in green and white. Fatu Fati allowing that ball to roll out. And Ellen Gomez and assistant coach Modlamin Nyase isn't happy. And she is definitely very furious on the technical area. Kemokanye, it is currently Berewuleng who trail by a goal to nil and currently having a huge mountain to climb. Berewuleng need to score, or else it's going to be a massive celebration and massive victory for TMT Football Club.
Yes, very well. Bere knows they must score for them to gain themselves any victory into this and then be crowned champions. But as things stand currently, this is TMT is currently leading here by a lone goal 2-0, and then if the game ends like this, TMT will of course be crowned as champions of this year's GFF Women's Division 1. So 20 minutes Bere are having for them to at least score a goal and then add up their advantage to be crowned champions, but the job is getting very, very difficult for them. It was difficult before the start of the game and then during the game, but as TMT have now taken the lead, it is becoming more difficult for them now to be able to, do themselves any favor into this particular game. But it's never late. 20 minutes is a lot of time to be played, and then plus the additional time that they will be having to at least engage themselves into this particular game. But it is currently cooling break here between the two sides, and then we will see some part of this cooling break will be used by both gavas, by both technical benches, to at least try to pass on some instructions to these players. But so far, TMT is a more comfortable team in the game. You can see the way they are playing. You can see the way they are approaching this particular game. That tells you a lot about the game. Bere is at least as for now struggling to get themselves any deciding passes or get themselves any meaningful goal scoring opportunities for them to at least get themselves an equalizer here. TMT is currently more composed. It's a more composed side than that of Berewuleng since the goal had been scored here, and one will see since the start of the second half, because you can see how the goal came. When Bere clears their line, there wasn't anyone around the center of the field that will collect the ball, but Lisi has to come from his backyard to move the ball about 40 meters away, or 35-40 meters away from the Berewuleng goal post, and then powered that ball in for a 1-0 lead. That was a stunning goal from Lisi, and then it is still the goal that is separating these two sides here. It's currently 1-0 in favor of TMT side, TMT, and if it ends like this, TMT will be crowned champions of this year's GFF Women's Division 1 PA.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. And it has been water break at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, or cooling break if you may like. And Berewuleng and TMT are back on the pitch for the completion of the minutes at the Theatre of Entertainment, and of course Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama, to be precise. It's currently Berewuleng 0, TMT 1, and of course an incredible goal coming from Lizeko. Lizeko with an astonishing goal to give the advantage, of course, to TMT Football Club. And of course in this contest, Berewuleng, under the guidance of Fakeba Sen and Keba Fakeba, having the assistance of Modlamin Nyase as his immediate assistant. Berewuleng Football Club in this contest started with Diminga Mendy in goal, Maria Masise, Rebecca Mendy, Kadi Sanyang, Murida Kafe, Abimari Sambo, Khadija Drame, Kumba Kasama, Mafanta Drame, Elen Gomez and Sarah Jaju, and the side is still maintaining this team starting 11. And TMT Football Club started with our Marina in goal. Kinta F. Sanyang started but already substituted and being replaced by Jara Jamba. Nafisatu M. Koli, Hena Ba, Fatu Fati, Kadi Jalo, Lizeko, who scored the only goal, and Lize's goal is the current difference between Berewuleng and TMT. Diminga Mane, Silvina Ko, Awake Dabo and Aisatu Buaro, of course, started for TMT Football Club under the guidance of head coach Mohamed Sanyang. It's a throw-in on the far side. Berewuleng will have the opportunity. Maria Masise with a long one. Lizeko blocking that ball to touch. He scored the only goal, and her goal is the current difference. What a hit and what a strike from the midfielder. Abimari Sambu, Khadija Drame, Fatu Fati heads, partly done. Kumba now. Is that going to be Ilan? Is that going to be an equalizer? Sarah Jaju! And that's an equalizer for Berewuleng Football Club. Sarah Jaju with the equalizer. Berewuleng back on level terms at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. It is 1-1. It is 1-1 at the theatre. Is this enough for Berewuleng and TMT? No, already at the Ledos Mansaho football field. It's currently 2-1 and 2-1 advantage for Red Scorpions, the champions, and if it should stay like this, it's going to be Red Scorpions to be crowned champions. Berewuleng back on level terms. Says that could be interesting at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. TMT took the lead. Berewuleng back on level terms, and elsewhere it is currently Red Scorpions 2, Police 1.
Red Scorpions have just extended their goal tally to three goals to 1. This goal coming from Sarah Judge will take her total goal tally in the women's top flight to 17 goals, and then Kumba Kuyate is who is currently the leading goal scorer, also taking her tally to 21 goals. And then we have seen the importance of Kumba Kasama for Berewuleng. We have seen how individually he produced that individual brilliance at the far end of the pitch near the dressing room area, wherein she was able to craft her way out and then connect beautifully Khadija to Drame, who plays in who connects Ellen Gomez in the 18-yard. Ellen did well, but her efforts were denied there by the woodwork, and Sarah made no mistake. He went for a rebound and then poached it home, to bring Berewuleng back into the game. And now, you believe, this game is getting more intense and more interesting. And then both gaffers also igniting, fresh legs into the gym. And here is Nyuma Sabali, who I strongly believe she is going to be injected at some point of the gym. And then she is a player that Berewuleng needs to be very, very cautious about her, because she got the pace, she got the ambition and the desire, with tricky and brilliant ball technique, taking the game onto the defenders, trying to beat past defenders and do the damage. Those are some of the unique characteristics about this young prodigy player of TMT. And now you feel it's 1-1 here at the theater, and the Red Scorpion at things stand as of now, they are more closer to the trophy than both Berewuleng and then TMT. Now both teams, Berewuleng and TMT, would be desiring that and a goal will come from who knows where, but all they need is to see a goal landing at the back of that net to be crowned as the champions. If not, as things stand as it is, Red Scorpion are going for 4 times in a row, without reclining from that throne. And in this stage, one thing is important that many fail to observe. That is that champion mentality, that winning mentality, that inner belief in the team that you got what it takes to take it down to the wire. And looking at this Red Scorpion, this is something they have in them. They have been in these type of situations, challenging police and then being as the leaders, as champion. So if you come to this kind of situation, the experience will be there to know how you are going to handle such kind of situation. And here comes another threat, but danger averted in that occasion. And Dominga would be more than delighted in that occasion, Pa. But this game is getting more and much interesting, Pa.
It is getting more and more interesting. Elen now trying to connect the run of Mafanta. Ball being cleared. It's an incredible header. Elen Gomez once again. Elen Gomez trying to go solo for Berewuleng. Spreads it on the far side. Mafanta Drame around the area. Berewuleng Football Club. This time is a weak shot. And of course, coming from the new entrant Fatou Jata. Fatou Jata introduced on Berewuleng Football Club 1. Berewuleng 1, TMT. Elsewhere,
Nima, I remember.
Red Scorpions 4, Police 1.
Highest transfers coming to TMT.
And only a victory here will deprive Red Scorpions from winning the crown.
And that's it. Nima is
reclaiming the crown.
Out.
A victory for either side here will definitely deprive Red Scorpions from reclaiming the crown. Currently, the trophy is in their hands. The trophy is currently in the hands of Red Scorpions Football Club, as they are currently leading 4-1 at the Late Osman Saho in Yundum. Late Osman Saho football field in Yundum against the Police. Earlier on, Police took the advantage 1-0 before Red Scorpions coming from a goal down to get 4 goals past Police at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. It is currently 1-1. Lisa Ko broke the deadlock before Sarah Jajo, bringing Wakeba Sen and his girls back into the contest. On the far side is a battle between number 10 Awake Dabo and Mariama Sise. Awake Dabo now trying to go solo, floats that ball around the area. Is that going to be a strike? Kadi Sanyang with a timely interception. Dylan Gomez. It is Lisa trying to test the goalkeeper from distance once again, and this time never troubled the custodian. Lively scenes, great atmosphere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and I am still trying to wonder, a goal for Berewuleng here, what is going to be the atmosphere at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, because we believe 75% of the supporters here are behind the Brikama-based club Berewuleng Football Club. And if Berewuleng should score here, we are trying to gauge what is going to be the atmosphere at the theatre. Elsewhere, TMT on the other end is having a massive support base behind the team. And the supporters are also very hopeful that TMT can win this crunch. And of course, great title of GFF Women's Division 1. And if they are able to win it, it's going to be for the very first time, and equally Berewuleng Football Club under the guidance of head coach Fakeba Sen. Time is definitely not on the side of TMT and Berewuleng Football Club, as Red Scorpions is also winning at the Late Osman Saho. That is definitely making the title race very interesting. Sesidat Kujabi. Elsewhere, 4-1 is the current score between Red Scorpions and Police at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. 1-1. It is getting very interesting currently.
Indeed, it used to be the derby in the women football, between the arch rivals Police and then Red Scorpion, who have been the powerhouse and then the dominant forces when it comes to women football. But that is becoming a history. Since in the past 3 to 4 years, we have seen a dominant Red Scorpion over police ladies, and now coming into this crucial, game wherein Red Scorpion know for certain, they have no room to make any error. All they need to do is to go out there, win, in the best way they could, and see what will transpire here at the theater. And, they know what needs to be done. And in the experience of Choro Bega, one of the outstanding and the best gaffers we have in this country, not only in male but then across the coaching sector when it comes to her achievement successes. She is to me one of the outstanding performers in women football. And news coming in, Red Scorpion have extended their tally to 5 goals to 1, and that shows you the mentality, the belief in them, and the desire, a Red Scorpion to go all out. If I remember, once talking to Choro Benga in an interview, she told me, bold blank, that the league is very young. This league is very, very young. We are going down to the wherein you will determine who the champions are, but we are still in the race. And she proved me, right, by mentioning that to me, and winning by 5 goals to 1 with the return of Kadi Jata, one of the best central midfielders or holding midfielders, if you like, in the women division, have definitely rejuvenated this Red Scorpion team. You know, the belief, the control, you know, the dominance at the heart of the midfield definitely changed when, you know, Kadi returned back to the squad. And then it will be interesting and disappointing at some point if this game ended as a draw and Red Scorpion to come from behind, you know, and then eventually be crowned and then coronated as the champions of the land to defend her title. Berewuleng and TMT both will be disappointed after putting up a remarkable campaign in this year. But then, you know, they are definitely doing an amazing job in the Women's League. Berewuleng going invincible for the whole season, and then Mohammed and the TMT, you know, losing only one in the league is definitely a remarkable improvement on their part, and then a remarkable story that they have written for themselves. I know they will be desiring to clinch it for the first time, but then assessing their input in general, I believe they have did an amazing job, you know, in the past years, and especially, you know, in these years. Kudos to both Gavas and the management, you know, behind these teams. I believe they have definitely injected something remarkable into the league, and this will definitely, you know, improve the outlook of our league park.
Thank you very much, Sidat Kujabi. Earlier on, Kemo Kanye. Currently 1-1 at the box bar, 5-1 at the late Osman Saho. That's an interception coming from Lizzie Ko. And Lizzie's opener been equaled by a great goal coming from Sarah Jaju. And Sarah, the leading goal scorer. Khadijatu Drame is going to deliver this at a great position for Berewuleng Football Club, and Berewuleng, the Brikama base club, will hope to secure victory here. And with a victory, Berewuleng will be crowned 2025 GFF Women's Division 1 champions. But currently, the trophy is in the hands of the holders. The trophy in the hands of the holders, Red Scorpions, who are currently leading by 5-1 against the police at the late Osman Saho football field in Yundum. And Khadijatu Drame currently on the ball. TMT Football Club, crowded penalty area. Can Berewuleng get something from this? Khadijatu Drame floats that ball around the area, glancing one around the edge. Berewuleng, Ilen Gomez. Ilen trying to go solo. That's a throw in for the Brikama base club. And Berewuleng will deliver a throw in. Rebecca, the left back. Rebecca Mendy. It's a long one around the area. And this calling in for a handball, but nothing given by the central referee. And the referee is, of course, Aissatou Toure. Time is definitely running out for Berewuleng and TMT. And if it should stay like this at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it's going to be Red Scorpions retaining their crown. It's still 1-1 at the Box Bar. Elen with a strong header to Sarah Jaju. Sarah dropping that. That's a foul. That's a foul. And of course, not.
Interestingly, Kumba Kuyate have pull a double and then, you know, extend her tally, total goal tally to 22 in the season, and 25 goals across all competition, breaking her last year's record in the league, and also, you know, breaking her total record across all competition. Last year she scored 17 goals in the league, and then scored, you know, across all competition 24 goals. You know, this year she scored 22 goals in the league, and then score across all competition 25 goals. So she is setting, breaking and setting new records. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Sidat Kujabi. It's almost over. Time is definitely out. Any moment from now, we're going to see the additional minute being put up by the fourth assistant referee, Fatou Ngom. And we believe it's going to be 3 minutes of additional time. 3 minutes of additional time as expected to be raised at the box bar. And of course, a busy technical area. A draw at the Box Bar Mini Stadium will solely crown Red Scorpions. Berewuleng Football Club is having a huge mountain to climb, and equally TMT Football Club around the edge of the 18. Another opportunity. Kumba Kasama picks possession. Kasama Kumba to Ilen. Ilen back to Rebecca. Rebecca caught out by... The flag is up. The flag is already up. The flag is up, but the central referee waved in for a play on, and already there is a player down. 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes added on at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. 3 minutes for Berewuleng to score. 3 minutes for TMT to score, or else it's going to be Red Scorpions. This is Sarah Jaju. Sarah looking for options, trying to go shallow. This time around, and what a goal! What a celebration! What a moment for Berewuleng Football Club! Sarah Jaju, and Sarah Jaju of all people has won it for Berewuleng. Says Sidat Kujabi. Berewuleng can't believe it. Sarah Jaju is the hero. Sarah Jaju is the hero. And look at head coach Fake Basen. Look at the celebration coming from Fake Basen. He cannot just believe this. Fake Basen cannot believe this. Look at the celebration. Sarah Jaju is going to be in the history books of Berewuleng for eternity. Sarah Jaju is going to be in the history books of Berewuleng for eternity. Look at the control. Look at the composure. Look at the run. And Sarah Jaju has been a fantastic player for Berewuleng Football Club. And she has done it once again, says Sidat Kujabi. What a moment. What a celebration. And it is almost over at the box bar. And you could hear the claps and cheers from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Box Bar Mini Stadium in raptures at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama.
Indeed.
We'll call the players to order.
Indeed, Pa. Indeed, Sarah still crying. She can't believe. Emotionally, she cannot understand whether, she can't believe. She is still crying. She has taken the responsibility as a young lad, leading Berewuleng from a state of turmoil to a state of pride, victory, as they are about to go down in the history books as one of the teams coming from West Coast, to make the unthinkable, happen. The history breaking, that they are about to write in their club history. And one of the most important player on the pitch for the team decked out in black and red is definitely Sarah Jaju, who have definitely inspired Berewuleng to the first ever championship in the club history. The way and the manner, you see. That's the quality of a midfielder. When Fatu Jada picks that ball, his attention, is to make sure, he get the target. And there isn't a better target on the pitch, at these crucial additional minutes, of the game than to find where Sarah wants the ball. That's where she plays the ball for Sarah. And Sarah knows that, she got something that, the defense line of TMT don't got. That is her pace. He just allowed Hina to make the first move and then touch the ball. Pulls the ball one step away from Hina. That's where she knows that she has advantage over Hina. But for Papa, that's not amaze me. The way and the manner, you can see how tight the angle was. But yes, still, she was able to craft out that amazing individual quality coupled with brilliance, to direct that ball right from the byline, almost few inches away for the goal to be a dead ball. But how he did that, only Sarah can explain. At this moment, I like the adjective to describe how she was able to produce that world-class, quality of a striker. You think of strikers across the globe. We have seen the Haaland, did it. We have seen the likes of Leo Messi did it. We have seen the likes of Ronaldo did it. But from that angle, How she did it, only the replay, and Sarah can explain that. As for me, I like the adjective, and I believe anybody who is here, one name that they sang is Sarah. And it's not only because the way she was playing, but one thing is how she was able to, convert that seemingly impossible goal to a possibility, and now the team decked out in red are champions.
Congratulations, Berewuleng, and Berewuleng celebrates in style. And it is full time at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And Berewuleng, of course, champions and champions of GFF Women's Division 1. They can't just believe it. And Berewuleng, almost the entire players in tears, they cannot just believe it. From a goal down to 2-1. Of course, Sarah Jaju is undoubtedly Berewuleng's hero. Kemo Kanye. It is all over. Berewuleng crowned champions for the very first time. And of course, if there is any hero in Brikama, is of course no other person but Sarah Jaju, who scored twice to give or secure the victory for the Brikama-based club, Berewuleng Football Club.
Yes, very well. I believe Sarah was on top of her game. He scored the first goal for Berewuleng, and then as the game proceeds, then later on we have seen the emotional ending of this particular encounter here, where everyone was at least expecting a draw here into this particular contest, but Sarah in the additional minute here, I can say in this second, it was 3 minutes of added time.
Can we have everybody?
And then we have seen in the second minute of the other time, Sarah scored a very, very beautiful goal here. Raises the emotions of everyone here, especially those that are attached to the Berewuleng side in regards to the happiness they gained from this. You can see, her name was sung everywhere around the mini stadium. Sarah, 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 and then everyone is trying to cheer her name and then trying to make it so that they give every courage that she needs, scoring a brace in the last game of the league, and then eventually giving you team the highly coveted trophy. I think Sarah her name will go down in the history books of Berewuleng, and in fact the GFF Women's Division 1, because scoring such a goal at this dying moment of the game is something to be applauded. Sarah done very well for Berewuleng. She's a kind of player that every team will need when the need arises, and then Berewuleng needed the game very well, and then Sarah stepped up to his foot and then trying to make it so that he did what is necessary for his side, and then eventually he had done that with a style.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. And of course, it is all over at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Massive celebrations in and around the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Of course, it's the champions of 2025 Berewuleng Football Club. And of course, Berewuleng Football Club. We will surely hand the mic to Ibrahim Akebi Sonko to share reactions shortly. And of course, that seems to be
congratulations, Berewuleng Football Club. Fakeba and team, good job. The league winners.
And that seems to be a push and pull between the team president Omar Sherikan, who has already
Football Club
got into the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and Sherikan will now get to the dressing room to see the players of TMT Football Club. And it is all over at the theatre. Full time at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Berewuleng came from a goal down to secure the deserved 2-1 advantage. Of course, they are crowned 2025 GFF Women's Division 1 champions, of course, for the very first time. Sesidat Kujabi, I think this is, of course, a memorable day, not only for Berewuleng and head coach Fake Basen, but also for the people of Brikama to have a female team winning the GFF Women's Division 1 for the very first time. I think that is definitely remarkable for the people of Brikama, not only for the people of Berewuleng Football Club.
Yeah, indeed. I think this is a great day for Brikama and the satellite community. A great day for Berewuleng Football Club. They have done an amazing job over the past three good seasons. You know, they have been doing a remarkable job in the women's division, coming from third division, second division, and then fourth division. You know, finishing at second in 2 consecutive seasons, and eventually, you know, going, you know,
they were in contention
at the 4th season, you know, to clinch it in a remarkable style. It's just remarkable and amazing of them. At some point, you know, it is like, you know, Red Scorpion are definitely, you know, snatching the whole story, and then the whole headlines, you know, after TMT, you know, take a lead through that stunner, you know, that stunner coming from Lisa Ko, but then Red Scorpion come from behind, you know, through, you know, Sarah Gomez, Sarah Judge's double, you know, to win it for Berewuleng. And now, you know, Berewuleng are the champions of the women's division, and this is a great day for them. You know, they have really worked hard for it. They have been putting up the challenge, you know, challenge in the league. They have, you know, maintained consistency, you know, competing at the highest level, and eventually coming to be crowned as the champions. You know, they definitely deserve it. They definitely deserve it. And hard luck to TMT, whom I believe equally have also done an amazing job, you know, during the course of the season. They have been very amazing, losing only 1 match, and then Red Scorpion, the defending champions, you know, also, you know, fighting tooth and nail, you know, trying to defend their crown, you know, on up to the last game, but at the final additional minute, you know, Red Scorpion, Berewuleng, you know, reaffirm their statement of intent that, you know, this is the year, and they definitely knew, you know, it couldn't have been, you know, very close or greater season than this, and they did, you know, what's supposed to be done, and they did it right, and eventually, you know, they are the new champions of the land, the new champions of the women's division, and Fakeba and his charges will all go down in the history books of women football, you know, as you know, the team that unseat Red Scorpion dominance in the past 3 consecutive years, you know, defending their crown, you know, and the Women King dominating, you know, everything, and snatching all the headlines and all the accolades. But then eventually, you know, we have a new champions in the league. I believe, you know, what we have seen this year definitely is great for women football. You know, both teams, you know, showcasing highest level of competitive football in women's division. It has never been so competitive like this ever before, and this is something that definitely, you know, we is remarkable, and what, you know, cherishing as women football is definitely on the rise and taking new heights when it comes to so many things. Now, you know, we will cut it here as the rest of the formalities with regards to the coronation is about to take place.
But thumbs up to the executive of the Gambia Football Federation under the tutelage of President Lamin Kaba Bajo for creating that enabling environment where all women teams, female clubs, the men's competition and also the women's competition can participate without hindrance. You can see this year's competition, there has not been any hiccups or hindrance as far as the continuation of matches are concerned.
Absolutely. firstly, kudos to the executive of the Gambia Football Federation, and also last year, same time here at the Boxball Mini Stadium final. Berewuleng playing against Rescopia in the FF Cup, and they lost. But today they came in back to the same field and they won the league trophy for themselves here. You know, they lost the season. Coming back this season, I know they took. Yeah. We can.
We're playing against the police at the Osman Saha football field in Old Yundum. And yet, the Red Scorpions are the first runners up. And TMT will also go home with 125,000. That is the competitions department under the competitions assistant responsible for logistics. Mohammed Sirera is leading up the preparation for the post-match formalities here as far as the coronation ceremony is concerned, and he has given a list. Maybe you can go through that list of the executive committee members and officials who will be coming to the podium to administer the decoration of players, the presentation of awards, and also the lifting of the giant trophy.
Thank you very much, BB. We all have here on the podium Mr. Bakari K. Jame,
as the first vice president,
and Ajaratu Senabucham,
our new Ajaratu Senabucham, fourth vice president.
Responsible for women's football.
Women's football.
Right.
Congratulations, Ajaratu.
And we have Maimuna Kante as well, who is an executive member for the Gambia.
If everything is set, we just move on and invite the following dignitaries to come to the podium. The FF Cup finals for both men and women will also be announced later. The dates for the finals rather would also be announced later. Already in the men's domestic competition, you know, the perennial winners are Real de Banjul. This is their third consecutive win on a trot. Congratulations to Real de Banjul, whose second vice president Bakari K. Jame is going to take the lead here as far as the post-match formalities for this coronation ceremony is concerned. And he is also the first vice president of the Gambia Football Federation. Mariama, looks like the dignitaries and officials
are walking in.
Exactly.
We'll get Sinera. Where's Sinera?
He's at the gate.
Okay. We'll get Sinera to usher them in.
Tell me. And there comes the officials, flanked there by our beautiful Ajaratu.
No time on the promote.
Much for gracing this ceremony. Yeah. Yes. Ajaratu, thank you very much for coming. Mr. Sise. Good job. No, boss. The General Secretary Mariama is also around.
Yes.
Lamin M. Jasi.
The CEO.
And he would also join in the team of dignitaries. Angelique. Wow. Good to see you. Hadi, how are you?
Angelique is also in the building.
Good. Ajaratu Hadiba. They are all Ajaratus, our men in the football, all Ajaratu. Yes, you are most welcome. Yes. Yes, we. Good job. Keep it up. You are doing a fantastic job here. Thank you for all the dispositions under the supervision of GFF Competitions Assistant, responsible for logistical arrangement, Mohammed Sinera. And there goes the GFF Women's National League Division 1 champions. The winners are Berewuleng 2024-25 season. Yes, CEO. Escape is K. The man responsible for our welfare.
Exactly.
Is here.
Kebangan lebih kontan terlebak Yes. Ligo bantai.
Omar Ture, master planner, just press. Please help us with our fantastic. Forward, please. Better luck next time, TMT. Good job. You have proven your worth, TNT. Mas na sound bi ñëw tuuti rek gars yi mën a fecca balaa ñu dugg si formalities yi.
waaw yow moom du fecca de.
ah non man Alaaji la.
ana Mas.
Alaaji DJ Mas. Bombo.
Mas ñu ne nga piye jali ba ko yaate wala tata dindi.
Wow, the giant trophy is here. Wow, this is a huge trophy. Gigantic trophy there. And the blown up check of $125,000. Wow, huge amount of money. And that will go to TMT Football Club. $125,000. That will go to TMT. Sinera, can we have TMT? All right, let's have the Berewuleng, please. TMT.
Can we have TMT?
TMT captain, please.
Can we have the TMT captain?
TMT captain. Come on. TMT captain for TMT. TMT captain for TMT. Asan, captain for TMT.
We will have the head coach for
Mohammed.
TMT,
Wow.
Mohamed Sanyang,
Mohamed Sanyang. Good job, Mohamed. Keep it up.
for TMT. Congratulations for having the third place,
Mohamed
second
Sanyang.
time in a row.
And can we now have Red Scorpions, representative of Red Scorpions, Mohammed, on behalf of TMT, congratulations.
Can we have the captain for Berewuleng, please?
Pakeba, Berewuleng, please, captain for Berewuleng. Kumba. Kumba, congratulations, good job. She is also the captain for the women's under 20. Players, please line up. Good job, congratulations, Berewuleng. They are going home rich with $500,000 $500,000 500,000. Sure. Berewuleng boy, they have money. Yeah. You are richer today. Yes. The players, can they come? Thank you. Kumba. Kumba, ta side. Thank you. Yes, Berewuleng, please.
Can you come through?
Come forward. They are all in their sunglasses. Wow, this is unique. Huh? Ganso.
It is unique.
The? Oh, Lamin Yamal style. Oh, okay.
So you
Berewuleng. Congratulations. Wow. This is unique.
Please, the camera people, please, can you move behind, please? We have camera personalities here, please. Just a bit. Can we move backwards, please? Yes, it's fine.
So Berewuleng are the 2024-25 Women's League winners. Ah, this is great. Fantastic, fantastic. Congratulations. They will throw a big party tonight here in Brikama. And all of us are invited to be at Berewuleng for the big party. We'll blow out the $500,000 tonight. Congratulations. And those are the officials. Head Coach Makeba, congratulations once more, good job. And that's the captain. Captain, you will remain there to lift the Senator, we are left with the trophy, please. Moss. Congratulations, Berewuleng!
Congratulations!
Mas
su fekkee ne mun nañu Tata Dindim bi Berewuleng song bi bay ñu play Tata Dindim bi Berewuleng.
Wow, this is amazing.
Thank you.